Hi, this is Zero, and this is what if Naruto was half Uchiha, half Senju, part 4. I was planning to do this video, you know, after 2 or 3 hours, but I decided to do it now because I kind of still have some time left before I have to leave, so yeah. And so we left off, as I said, while Naruto and your team has done a month of training, and Sasuke start training with Naruto's team as well. So he's getting stronger much more faster, because an Otsutsuki is pretty much training you and healing your chakra whenever you're out of it. So yeah, you're gonna be quite strong quite fast. Sasuke has mastered the body flicker. Now after the end of training, Sasuke can make 2 shadow clones now. Hinata and Hyabi can create 10 shadow clones, I would say. Yeah, 10 shadow clones. High Jonin level chakra. Sasuke can create 2 shadow clones, so he's quite happy because he knows how much chakra it takes to make a shadow clone that can last for an entire day. Yeah, it takes quite a lot of chakra. And so now they go to the Hokage mansion. They said, we have a mission for you. It is to you know hunt down these bandits. Naruto won't be getting their first serious mission will not be the Zabuza one. So they will go because they are the heaviest sword team. So this is a testing for them, that how much damage they can possibly do to a team. No more bandits. And Kakashi will be at back. He won't be doing anything. This is a job for only heaviest sword team. And so Naruto, Sasuke, and uh, Hyabi and Hinata go there. Pretty much, the bandits comes as, oh, so many kids these days, huh? Give us everything you have, and we'll take the ladies as well. Naruto says to Sasuke, Sasuke, fireball. Sasuke would nod. He was about to wave some hand signs. He says, Hinata, Hyabi, air palm. And then, as soon as Sasuke says, fireball, shoots the huge fireball, Hinata and Hyabi Hinata puts her right hand, Hyabi puts her left hand forward. Naruto was standing in the middle, Sasuke was in front of Naruto, and they said, air palm. And the huge fireball went up to them and it burned. Killed few of them, but some few of them, survived. They realized that they effed up. And then Naruto says, Sasuke, and he gives Sasuke a sword. Sasuke would grab it and run towards them after using his Sharingan. Naruto says, Hinata, Hyabi, go. Both of them would nod and use body flicker to vanish and appear in a group of people and use gentle fist to kill them by also, using lightning armor at the same time. Naruto just stands there, and while their leader shakily gets up after the fireball, until he does, Naruto's team has already killed everyone. Naruto goes towards the leader. The leader is shaking in fear. No, let me go, please, I beg you. Naruto just put his hand forward and a chain comes out. The chain stabs the person and it starts to drain him. Not drain him of his chakra, but drain him of his life force. Naruto was adding that guy's life force to his own. Naruto, the person was about 20 years old, so Naruto pretty much added over 60 years of lifespan, 60-70 years of lifespan into himself, and then extending his lifespan that much. Naruto would just smile to himself because Naruto can't take all the remaining lifespan of someone. He can take pretty much almost much more higher than half of someone's lifespan that is left. So that's why he was able to take so much of that guy's lifespan. And Hinata, Hyabi, and Sasuke are shocked because that guy pretty much crumbled into a skeleton-like thing and turned to ash after Naruto devoured him of his life force. Naruto says, okay, that was awesome. Naruto, then Hinata, Hyabi, and Sasuke comes. They ask, what did you do? Naruto says, I drained his life force. They said, life force? Naruto says, pretty much I drained his life force that he has. I drained up to 70 years of his life force and and edit it into my own, in turn extending my lifespan about 70 years. All three of them would just nod, then another group of bandits would come. There will be about three of them. Naruto would smile. Naruto would put his left hand towards his team, and three chains would come out, and it will stab Hinata, Hiabi, and Sasuke. Naruto would put his right hand up, and the three chains will come, and it will stab the three band-aids. He will drain the band-aids from the life force and add the life force into his team. Hinata, Hiabi, and Sasuke. And they just, as soon as the process was complete, Naruto, takes his chains back, and all three of them just fall to their knees. They said, "What the hell was that?" Because they felt like they just gotten a little bit stronger, just a little bit, and their life force went way up. Naruto says, "Congratulations! Now, all three of you can live more than 100 years without getting old." All three of them just look up to Naruto, like, what the hell? He just took someone's lifespan so easily and gave it away like it was nothing. Now says, "Oh come on, I want all three of you to be by my side throughout eternities. That we will be living this at eternities." Now says, "Of course. Oh, I will be draining. From now on, we won't be killing our enemies. I will be only draining their life force, and we will, add it between each of us. Mainly, I will take the most because I kind of need more life force after whenever I use that technique." This is what then Hinata remembers. "You mean you can plan to use it?" Then Hiabi gets it. "Oh, I get it." And Sasuke asks, "What?" Then both of them tell him that Naruto has a theory that he can reach have a much higher version of Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. With this, what history suggests and what we have read, that you can also bring people back to life, but if you have enough life force, you don't have to die after bringing someone back. Sasuke will get it. And then Sasuke would ask, "Oh yeah, I read about Izanagi and Izanami." Naruto says, "Yeah, it's a terrible thing." Sasuke like, "What do you mean?" Then Naruto will tell Sasuke about what Izanagi and Izanami is, because Naruto has read upon it. Because his father was thinking of using Izanagi to bring himself back, or just die with his love. He won't be died, he will be sealed. But yeah, he pretty much decided to be sealed, except for using Izanagi and losing one eye. And what do you call it? Then Kakashi comes. He asks, "What are you talking about?" All four of them says nothing, because they have a secretive that they don't want to tell anyone, that there is even a much higher version of Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And if you're thinking why Minato never awoke on the Rinnegan, because he didn't have the Rinnegan, the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. You need Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan to awaken the Rinnegan. That's what I would say. And so Naruto and the team will go back. Now when they go back, they have shown their worth. And Kakashi tries to ask that what did he do when he put the chain into the person. He says, "Oh, I drained his chakra, so he died." Kakashi knows for a fact that doesn't happen when you drain someone's just chakra. He just thinks that he doesn't that Naruto doesn't trust him enough. Maybe if he starts trusting me, he will tell me one day. And this is true. Naruto doesn't trust Kakashi. He only trusts Sasuke with that knowledge, because he's fellow clan member, and Sasuke, he knows Sasuke, how Sasuke is. He also felt bad when the entire clan got massacred, because that's also part of his clan. And Sasuke did ask Naruto to help in the endeavor. Naruto simply says, "No, this is your clan, it was never my clan, I didn't have a bond with it. So you must do it yourself. You must prove to your brother that your way of doing it was wrong. Don't go for revenge. Go for the truth." This words, got stuck with what do you call Sasuke. So yeah, Sasuke is not that hateful now of Naruto. You can see Naruto is just different from them. And so then they will get the bridge builder mission. The bridge builder won't say anything because this time you can see there are four people protecting him. Yes, why are there four? When there's supposed to be three Genins on the team, then Hokage would say, "Oh, Tazuna, it's an heavy assault team. They are heavy assault because they can do absolutely anything you want them to. They are master of tracker. Naruto Uzumaki is a sensory ninjutsu, and with the Byakugan you have complete 360 vision, and you have two Byakugan users. And Sasuke is an Uchiha with the Sharingan that allows you to see chakra. And their Jonin sensei is Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. Tazuna is quite happy for it, that he got pretty good team to protect him, because they are called a heavy assault team, but they are mainly how the Hokage is saying they are sensors, but he thinks maybe heavy assault team means they are also sensors on top of them being pretty heavy in assault. And he's kind of true. Naruto is like a complete tank because he knows everything. He's master of everything, literally. And so the next day they will go towards to with the bridge builder to bridge a build. And so all five of them will easily notice the puddle. Naruto just says under his breath, "That's a disgrace to a genjutsu." And Kakashi also heard this, and everyone else. Kakashi wanted to laugh, but he didn't. And as soon as the demon brother comes out, Naruto just put his hand forward, and two chains come out. And he drained one of them out of his life force completely. He, became a skeleton and crumbled away into ash. He looks at the other Tal. He says, "Oh, I was sent by Gato, and our target was bridge builder." He says that just like that. Decided. I says, "Oh, thank you." Now this drains his life force out of him. And now this is shocking, Kakashi, because he doesn't know why Naruto is doing that. Naruto didn't knock him out; he just drained him. And this now, when it comes to what was his name again? Tazuna. He's shocked, like, what the hell? Is he some kind of demon or something? So yeah, he thinks Naruto is a demon, because he pretty much did something to them that turned them into scales. He thinks he's the demon who took their souls. He kind of not did, but at the same time did. He just took their life force, and now Naruto just gained about 200 over 200 of lifespan. He can now live over 200 years easily without growing old, because Naruto doesn't like growing old at all. He doesn't like the prospect of getting old and dying. He just doesn't like the prospect of it. And Hinata, Hinabi and Sasuke knows of it. That's the only reason Naruto is devouring so much life force. When Zabuza comes, Kakashi says, "I will deal with it," because Naruto was just pop the chain into him and absorb him as well. Just his life force. He doesn't get any buff in his chakra. He just got buff in his lifespan. So yeah, when that happens, everything goes the same except for when Zabuza gets stuck pretty much on the water prison. And before that, when Zabuza tries to put a water clone between them, the water clone dies because Sasuke has his sword through the water clone's chest as soon as it appeared. As I said, Sasuke is much more powerful, and so was Naruto's sword. When everyone saw Naruto's sword, they were quite shocked, because Naruto's sword was like basically this thing, black, red, and with two hooks. Naruto designed it himself, made it to be used as for now, because Naruto hasn't made a proper weapon for himself yet. And so after Zabuza's clone died, Zabuza didn't decide to waste his chakra on sending clones. And so Naruto pretty much weaves some hand signs and says vacuum bullets, and Naruto throw about 7 vacuum bullets towards pretty much Zabuza. That's what he saw, but actually there were about 20 of them. three of them were, being, hidden by something similar to, shadow shuriken jutsu. Naruto, just use shadow wind vacuum bullet jutsu. Eh. It's just like basically shadow shuriken, a shuriken that's hiding behind the original attack. So yeah, Zabuza easily dodged few. As soon as Zabuza tried to, use his sword to cut through one, Zabuza does, but behind it there is another wind bullet that hits Zabuza's arm. And Zabuza pretty much, drops the water prison, and then Zabuza and Kakashi are having doing the water dragon jutsu. Naruto turns on his Sharingan, and as soon as Tazuna sees the Sharingan, he's shocked like wow. And after Naruto turned on his Sharingan, so did Sasuke. Sasuke, oh, what are we doing? He asked Naruto. Naruto says, oh, we are copying the jutsu. If you have the chakra nature, you can copy the jutsu. Sasuke says, okay, so will I be able to use it? Naruto says, oh yeah, if you have the chakra nature. And then Sasuke asks, so how many do you have? Naruto says, oh, all 5. Sasuke was not that surprised because after Naruto told that his father is the Madara, his grandfather is Madara Uchiha and he's the son of the 4th Hokage, because even Sasuke knows that 4th Hokage had all 5 chakra natures. So he just thought, whatever, I just have to work even harder. And so, yeah, that happens. Kakashi still falls, but as soon as Kakashi falls, Naruto comes, catches Kakashi and uses medical ninjas to replenish his chakra. Kakashi gets up, what the hell, how? Naruto says, oh, medical ninjutsu. I know it, Hinata knows it, Habi knows it, and Sasuke knows the basics of it. He's trying his best to learn it. Kakashi just nods dumbly like, what kind of team did, Lord Hokage gave me? These are too skilled, they're like Jonins. Discarding, disguising as Genins. Kashi doesn't to think too much of it. While they're going into the village and seeing how bad the village is. Now the sports 4 Gato's men trying to bully, or pretty much beating down on an old man, and Naruto doesn't like it. Sasuke was about to go, but Naruto put his hand forward. Naruto pretty much walked a little bit forward, put his left hand behind him, and 3 chains came out. They penetrated, Hinata, Sasuke, and Hayabi, in the chest once again. And they knew what he was about to do. There were 4 shinobi in total there. Naruto pretty much threw 4 chains, and they hit all 4 of the shinobi in their chest, and Naruto started to drain their life force. The life force get drained, and it went into equally into Sasuke, Hinata, and Hayabi, equally, properly, extending their lifespan over 200 as well. And all the people who were bullying him turned to, skulls and ash. And then Naruto, put the chains back into his body. Naruto did, siphon about 10 years from all 4 of them. So Naruto get 40 years, and others, about 50 or 60 years he put in all 3 of them equally, extending their lifespan over 200. And so they just sigh at the ending. So his thirst for power and lifespan, because Naruto is a power hungry person, but not as much as Orochimaru. There's certain limits that he won't cross, lines that he will never cross. And so Kakashi is getting more and more suspicious about the chain thing, because Kakashi, put his, what was called, band up to reveal his Sharingan. While he was looking, he saw that something was coming out, but it wasn't chakra. It was something else. It was like it was their life force, and Naruto pretty much gave the life force to all 3 of them behind them. And now Tazuna is completely convinced that Naruto is the Akuma who takes someone's souls and gives them to others, or just keeps them for himself. Like a death dealer or something who deals with death. because every time Naruto drains someone's lifespan, it gets blue energy, a little bit of blue energy travels within the chain, goes into Naruto, and comes out from other hand with three chains, and it separates into three different blue lights and goes into all three of them. So he's completely convinced that Naruto is a demon, Akuma, in a good way, not in a bad way, but Akuma as a demon. So yeah, that happens. And so then Naruto meets uh, Hazma's daughter. Naruto pretty much while she says I'll go get you water, Naruto pretty much looks back at her, checks her out with his eyes, and then he looks forward, and Hinata and Hinabi are looking at Naruto in pretty much why would you do that kind of way. Kakashi is shocked, and Sasuke just sighs because Sasuke knows that Naruto does this quite a lot, even in the village. Every time he sees a girl he likes, he pretty much moves back to check her out, does his what. Both of them just sigh and just say he will be punished at night. And both of them says under their breaths. They're pretty much gonna, cuddle Naruto enough that Naruto won't be able to sleep for a whole night, while they sleep easily in his arms. So yeah, that's their punishment for him. Every time Naruto does that, both of them does the same thing to Naruto all the time. Not letting him sleep. While both of them sleep like angels. Naruto says, "Oh come on, you guys are more like devils." Naruto thinks that in his head, doesn't say it out loud. And so, then Kakashi says, "I will be training you." Naruto says, "No need. I have already trained Hinata and Hinabi, and I'm started to train Sasuke, so I will be training Sasuke as usual. You can just do, laze around like the lazy person you are." Naruto says that coldly on, Kakashi's face, because Naruto doesn't like people who are, late. This is not his thing. And Kakashi got the, gist of it. And so, Kakashi is sad. Then he says, "I can teach you no jutsu." Naruto says, "Okay then, let's go." So, Kakashi and Naruto, Hinata, Hinabi, and Sasuke goes out. Kakashi tells them about, chakra nature. Naruto says, "Already know it." Kakashi says, "Okay, I'll show you jutsus." Sasuke turns on Sharingan, Naruto turns on the Sharingan. Kakashi shows them few fire style, earth style, water style, and lightning style. And so, yeah. So I says, maybe I can do the lightning one. I can feel it. Naruto and Kakashi say that simultaneously. You have a lightning affinity. Naruto creates Naruto says Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto says this clone will replenish your chakra, work on your the shadow clone, and work on how to use the lightning affinity. First you go and master the fire affinity properly. Sasuke says, "Okay, teach." No, "Okay, Captain." Sasuke had to call Naruto Captain now. And I have a team name for them as well. I'll call them Four Knights of Apocalypse, or Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. Like the Four Horsemen. Yeah, comment down below which one do you want, the Four Knights of Apocalypse or Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. The Apollocalypse. Damn it, I can't say it again. Can I? Four Ninjas of Apocalypse. Yeah, Four Ninja of Apocalypse. Ouch. Yeah, four Ninjas of Apocalypse. Four Apocalypse Ninjas. Four Ninjas of Apocalypse. Yeah, Four Ninjas of Apocalypse. Yeah, pretty much. And so, Naruto, pretty much, Naruto's Shadow Clone, enhanced Shadow Clone to be exact, helps Sasuke master fire affinity, shows him what to do. Your job is to burn down this leaf. Then Naruto gives Sasuke a leaf that's covered in water to burn down. Then Naruto gives him a leaf that's covered in mud to burn down, and this goes for an entire week. In a week, Sasuke was able to burn down the leaf that was covered in mud, but he can't burn and superheat a rock that Naruto told him to do, because that's how Naruto, trained his fire affinity. Sasuke's fire affinity has gotten a lot more stronger just in a week because Naruto has been, replenished Sasuke's shadow clone's chakra as well. Sasuke uses shadow clone to train. Kakashi says, "Can I do the training? Can you send a shadow clone that can replenish my chakra as well?" Naruto looks at Kakashi and says, "Fine." He creates another shadow clone because Naruto was sparring with Hinata and Hyabi all the time. They were mainly flirting, but huh. And so uh, Kakashi worked on more on his, working on improving his affinities that he has. That's unnatural for him. So Kakashi does a little bit more training because Kakashi didn't have anything else to do. So he thought, training won't hurt, especially when Naruto can just replenish your chakra, just like, and chakra is replenished. I have no idea why I made that sound. Damn, I'm an idiot. And so then the next day, Naruto still oversleeps because Hinata and Hyabi hasn't, let Naruto sleep properly. Because Naruto pretty much, flirts with Tazume's daughter. And she also flirts with him because that's kind of their fun thing. They don't have anything towards each other, they just do it for fun. Because they sometimes both of them doesn't have anything to do. So both of them they start to, flirt with each other. Uh, Aruni, no, Aruni, what was his name again? The bridge builder's grandson, pretty much, talks with Naruto the first day while he says, "I have no family, I have no father, pity me," that kind of thing. Nobody even tells him, "I don't have a family." He doesn't have a family. He doesn't have a family, pointing towards Kakashi as well. We are just fine. Stop making excuses for yourself, kid. Not says that in a much different way, but you got the gist of it because I have no idea how a actual responsible person would, tell things to kids because I'm not a responsible person at all. I mean, at all. I mean, not even a single bit. And so, Naruto and Tazume bond, makes a bond much more different bond this time because Naruto was completely straight with, uh, Tazume's grandson. Irani? Crap, I can't remember it, sorry. And so while Naruto hears the screams, Naruto uses body flicker to appear behind them and he uses chains. And then he puts a chain and shoots a chain towards, Ironi's mother, Tazume's daughter, and pumps and drains both of their life force and put, about 60 years into her. And she says, "What the hell? I feel different now." Says, "Yeah, because I gave you more life force. You will able to stay young for a long time. Maybe young enough while I'm at your age, and maybe we can have some actual fun." She will blush like crazy. Her son, Hazmi, won't get a single thing, so yeah. If you get it, good for you. If you don't even try to. We are just terrible people. Let's just say. Yeah. And so, Naruto pretty much, goes there. Sasuke is doing much better. Hinata is, protecting the Tazuma because she's kind of still shy a little, so she doesn't like killing that much. Hyabi is completely okay with it. So Hyabi and Sasuke are tag teaming, Haku easily. Hyabi, whenever Haku throws too much needles, Hyabi, makes a chitin, the dome of chakra that protects them. And Sasuke is using, his three-tomer Sharingan that he gained, by the extra week of training with Naruto himself. An Otsutsuki level person, a person that's kind of like an Otsutsuki. So yeah, he's quite strong. So yeah, both of them are easily tag teaming him. Then Naruto easily just walks into the mirrors, looks at Haku, turns on his eyes, and morphs them into the Mangekyo and creates a Susanoo and pretty much slaps the the demonized mirror shatters. Haku gets flying outside, and then Naruto sees that Haku is just a boy who looks like a girl because Sasuke was blushing like crazy after seeing Haku's face. Naruto says, "That's a guy." Sasuke just puts his head down. Hiyabi laughs at Sasuke so much, and Kakashi and Zabuza were shocked because that thing was a Susanoo, and they've heard of legends about it. Her mother Uchiha had it. Kakashi just think, damn, he's already at that stage. And Naruto, disables the Susanoo. Kakashi uses the Chidori. Haku still comes, gives up his life. This time, Naruto and Haku were not, friends because Naruto and his team never got unconscious enough to, let anyone close to their training ground where they were training. Naruto gives his own new version of Tokura Jutsu. Are you sure you're not crying? I can see that you are emotionally very sad. You raised him like your own son, and now he died. He died protecting you. He says something similar to it. Zabuza starts to cry. He said, and then the people come. Zabuza was about to go and kill them. Naruto says stop. Naruto puts a hand up and a single chain come. It turns into hundreds of chains and hit each and every one of the bandit's chest, and Naruto starts to drain them. They start to turn into skulls, and in few seconds about 200 bandits are gone. I think so there were 200 of them, yet obviously there are 200 bandits. They are gone. And what do you call, Zabuza is shocked, his eyes are widened, and Kakashi just fed up with it. Kakashi asked, what the hell was that? It wasn't chakra, I saw it with my eyes. And I simply says, oh, it was life force actually. I can drain someone's life force out of them, in return adding the life force into my own, in return extending my lifespan. When Naruto says that, Kakashi and Zabuza and Tasuna's eyes are wide because they know the value of jutsu like that, capability to gain complete immortality, especially if you're strong enough. Zabuza dies. He told Naruto to drain his life force. Naruto says no. Naruto simply just throws a chain into Zabuza and Zabuza dies. He doesn't drain his life force, he just killed him after making the chain and putting chakra into his heart, killing him, pretty much stopping his heart with chakra. In return, Zabuza died a natural way, not by any other means. Naruto buried Zabuza and Haku at the same place, and Kakashi's shock like jutsu like that exists, and Naruto just gained over thousands of years worth of life force added into his own. And so I would say Naruto has gained over 1500 years of life force. Naruto looks at his team and fires three what you call chains into them, all three of them, and he gives each three of them 100 years, in return adding 100 years into them, giving them over 300 years of lifespan. And so Naruto takes out the chain. Naruto looks at Kakashi, throws a chain into him. Damn it, wait a minute. And so this will be the kind of the end of this video because I am kind of having hiccups right now, but they stop. Okay, I'm fine. No end of this video. I thought I was having I will start having hiccups all the time. I would have to stop the video. And so he pretty much gives about 50 years to Kakashi, and Kakashi felt it. And Kakashi, what did you do? Now says, I gave you 50 years of extra lifespan. Kakashi just nods dumbly because a jutsu like that, he knows Orochimaru would kill for a jutsu like that. Capable to drain someone's life force, capable to gain actual immortality. People like, Orochimaru will do anything for it. And so when they go home, Kakashi goes up to the Hokage and you know asks Hokage to take out the Anbu. Hokage is confused because Kakashi never has been this shocked and you know active ever. He never comes on time at all. So you know the old man waves a hand and all the Anbu is gone now. Then Kakashi starts talking with uh, the Hokage how Naruto has a jutsu that he can drain someone's life force, and Hokage is shocked. What? How? That's and he thinks he also thinks that Orochimaru would kill for a jutsu like that. At the same time, someone knocked on the door. Hokage said, "Come in." It was Naruto. And "Oh, old man, I have something for you." Old man says, "What, Naruto?" Naruto pretty much throws a chain towards Hokage. It hits Hokage. Hokage is kind of confused. Then Hokage feels something. Naruto gave Hokage 100 years of lifespan, but he didn't just did that. And then Naruto says, "This is gonna hurt a little." Naruto pretty much used the jutsu that Naruto calls reformant. The 100 years that Naruto gave the Hokage, he pretty much used 50 years of lifespan to waste 50 years of lifespan to make Hiruzen's body a little bit younger, about 10 years younger. And well, that happens. Hokage starts to glow, and then the glow stops, and Naruto takes out the chain. And Hokage felt this, and Hokage looks at Naruto. Naruto, what did you do? And I said, "Oh, I reformed your body. Now you have a body of when you were 10 years early, and now you have 50 extra years on top of that. How many you have left? In return, you can gain the same level of strength you had when you were at your peak." Now, Hokage is shocked like a jutsu like that exists. People would kill for extending their lifespan, and now says, "Oh yeah, I don't extend lifespan for no fucking reason. I know you. That's the only reason I did extend your lifespan." Hokage just nods that he naturally had about 20 to 30 years before he had to be completely be retired from being a ninja, because he can also feel that his old age was catching up to him. He was losing his chakra reserves, but now he's 10 years younger, and his lifespan has been increased about 50 years. So pretty much he can stay a Kage for about uh, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years completely. Wait, I think so I'm getting the years wrong. What? No, I'm not. Scratch that, I was thinking something else. I thought I added an extra zero into life force thing. Yeah. So now Horizon thinks I can be a Kage for more than 10 years now, and my power will not be 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 determined. I won't be as weak as I used to be. Hokage then thanks Naruto for doing this. Naruto says, "Oh yeah, you still have to train a little bit to get your chakra level where it used to be. It will go up naturally, but it will go up slowly. But if you train, you can increase the speed of. You can gain the same level of chakra in a weekend." So old man would nod. Horizon. And Horizon is quite happy that he doesn't have to die. And I would say Naruto can now revive the same amount of people that Nagato did without dying, but he will lose about 300 years of his lifespan that he has collected. He just goes outside and kills 3 or 4 people to gain that lifespan back, but whatever. And so that happens. Then Naruto goes back home to his home where Namikaze compound. Naruto lives in Namikaze compound, and the news has been spread that Naruto has a Sharingan, because several of the Onbu and few other normal people were looking at the training ground 7 while Naruto used his Sharingan. So yeah, and then a council meeting happens. The civilian council and pretty much all council asked Hokage that they knew it. Hokage says, "Yes, I knew it," but he wanted to keep it a secret, so I didn't pressure him. I say, how can he be a you know what do you call an Uchiha? Hokage told them that he's not an Uchiha, he's only a part Uchiha. And so, but he didn't tell them about the clan heads know who Naruto is, and so does Elder and Danzo, but he didn't tell the civilian council yet. And so the council meeting ended quite quickly because Hiruzen just got angry at their antics. That why didn't he tell him that the demon has the Sharingan now? He can pretty much control the Nine Tails and all that stuff. Hiruzen just got angry and says, "This meeting is over." And Hiruzen said that risk Rogue killing a tent, and showing his chakra and rage. So the council meeting ended that day. Naruto went home. Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata and Hyabi trained for about 2 weeks, in which after a week they get the notice from Kakashi that a Chunin exam will happening, so they trained for another week as well. And so this will be the end of this video. Like and subscribe. I will be doing the Chunin exams in morning after about 10 hours or 11, or maybe a little bit later, who knows.